Hello, everybody. It's Munchiezzz. Welcome back to Munchiezzz Plays. We're out here in the sweet plains of Monteith, Iowa, in Guthrie County. This is a map by DRModding. We're taking on a challenge called Own the Map. This challenge is brought to you by Farming Sim SWU, aka Socks Way Up, aka Mr. Chris. If we take a look at our map, there's not much to it as far as size, but there is a whole lot of big fields. And the goal of this is to purchase every field. Now you may look at that and go, well, Munchiezzz, Chris, what's so hard about that? Well, if we go through the fields, you'll notice the fields 2.5 million, 966,000, 1.8 million, 1.5 million, 1.3 million, field 15, 2.5 million. You get the idea. So this isn't going to be an easy one, I reckon. We start off with field 7, 8, 9, 5, and 6. 6 is a crazy looking field. I almost didn't see that field. I almost didn't recognize that as a field. So, since I totally did that back-asswards, we own field 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm sure that's a lot easier to understand than the way I did it the first time. Although I'm Munchiezzz, I tend to do things back-asswards. If you don't know me, you'll get to realize that. Anyways, I'm not quite sure how Socks did it. I noticed he started off with 100,000, so that's what we did. We started off with 100,000. If we go out to finances, I don't know if he took a loan or not, or a debt, but we're starting off with a debt of 500,000. Make things a little bit more difficult. I know he mentioned he was doing his on easy. I'm going to choose normal. I don't know why. We're going to do 2 days a month. As he said, makes sense. As we go on, the fields are pretty big. When it gets to harvesting, we're probably going to need that extra time. I turn I can never say this damn word. Periodic plowing off. Fieldstones off. Lime required, yes. Weeds, yes. Disasters visual only. And that's about the size of it. So we have some wheat and we have some canola on the map. What we have is wheat, I believe. Nope. We got corn. My bad. Alright, so we got corn. Nothing's ready to harvest yet, so we don't really have anything to do. We have no animals. And there's no productions. Well, I guess we start off with the contract. What do we got? Deadwood. Deadwood. Now we understand why Chris started off the way he did. $67,000 to do some weeding. I think we might do that. We'll pick up this contract and of course borrow the items. I would lease something bigger, but I'm guessing our tractor doesn't have that much horsepower. So we'll get it leased and we'll head over to the store. Alright, Field 10's just up the road. This place looks beautiful. They did an excellent job on this map. Absolutely wonderful. This is my first time driving a tractor with tracks. All the time I've played this game, well, I can't say all that time. I'm pretty new to the game, but in the time that I've spent on this game, I've never had a tractor with tracks. I'm kind of digging it. I feel like the king right now, king of the road. Our field should be up here shortly. This looks like it's it. We'll come up over here. Set up our steering assist, of course. See what we got here. One headland will be fine. Come on over. We'll lower her down. Let's weed us this field. I don't think it'll take us too long. We should be able to zip through this real quick. All right, contract is done. Let's go hand this in. $66,491 in the bank. We'll take that all day. Nothing else really worth doing. take a little nap, see what we can accomplish. Is anything ready for us? Guess we'll go to sleep again. Well, I pulled a Munchiezzz. And if you don't know what that means, it means I made a mistake. I went to the restroom, little boy's room, hit pause on the record, and when I came back, I thought I unpaused it, and apparently I didn't. So I'll fill you in, because I can't do it over again. But if we go in here, oops, nope, here. I grabbed another contract. I found one here, a plowing contract for $149,000. So I took it. However, that footage did not get recorded. The other Munchiezzz that I got or pulled was I took a plowing contract. Now I did it on purpose, but I just didn't know how much work it would be. This contract took me about 5.5 to 6 hours. Yeah, it's a lot of money we got, but I was not prepared at all for that. But we completed it. A lot of plowing. So we'll collect it. And I know not to do a plowing contract again. With that said, we're back on track now. So it's September, of course. Not much to do. No contracts. We are going to go to our farmhouse and take a little nappy nap and see what happens in the morning. It's October. We will check the map. Nothing's ready to harvest. Contracts. Fertilizing. Boy, field 10 just wants all kinds of work. But I guess we'll do it. Do we have a fertilizer implement? It does not look as such. So we'll borrow the items. And I'll meet you at field 10. Yet again. I'll see you there. Alright, we made it field 10. We will turn on our steering assist. One headland. And we will get this fun started. And away we go, fertilizing in the fog. All right. Field 10, contract done. $48,958. We'll collect that. Which leaves nothing else to do. We'll go back home and take a nappy nap. See y'all in the morning. Nothing ready to harvest. I think we're about done with contracts. We need to take care of our own stuff. I think one more sleep and we're there. Wow, that looks beautiful. I almost thought it was still nighttime. And our fields are ready to harvest. Now going through here, I noticed we have all corn. But nothing to harvest corn with. And we have two things here that are pretty old. I'd really like to upgrade. Wow, it's dark. And let's move some of this equipment. This is where our harvester is, right? Maybe? No. Where is our harvester? There's the AGCO. The John Deere, the harvester. Ah, it is there. It was covered up by the trailer. Alright, let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Get this over here around the corner. Let's give it a repair. And I wanted to sell this harvester, but I want to get rid of the header too. We can't get rid of the header without the harvester. So let's go hook up to the header. There we go. And give it a repair. And we're definitely going to do some upgrades in the harvester and the headers. We need to get a corn header anyways. Pull him up in here. And we will repair our header. Unfortunately, we can't repaint. We'll sell off that, yes. And we will sell off this. This thing, I'm sure I will never use. We have a small farm. There's no reason for it being there. Everything else should be good. Now we're going to jump over to our store. And we're going to look at harvesters. And of course, my favorite brand in this whole game. And it's awesome looking too. We are going to grab the lizard. It's almost the same price as a Massey Ferguson, which used to be the cheapest. That's right, no BKTs on this. We'll go with the Verstein. Our capacity, we don't want to go super unrealistic with 200,000. We'll stick with 80,000. And we'll purchase that for 109,000. And we need a header. We got corn. Lizard has a 6 meter for 35 or a fast 6 meter for 40. I think that sounds good. $40,000 for a header don't sound too bad. And now we're able to harvest some corn. We'll grab our harvester, bring it to the farm. Well, we got our harvester. Let's take it to the cornfield and get this thing working. We got a lot of corn to do and not a lot of time. We'll get our assist going. Get us a little room, do some headlands. Let's open this thing up. Drop it down. And let's go.
Sun peeking over the silo top. Golden rows stretch and never wanna stop. Lizard harvester humming down the line. Engine growling, corn dust flying fine. Hands on the wheel, boots in the dirt. This kind of life is honest work. Grain tank's full, it's time to go. Roll into the bin, watch that yellow gold flow. Harvesting corn from dusk till dawn. Filling up trucks, watching them roll on. Crack a cold one when the work is through. Raising a glass to the life we choose. One field down, another to go. Someday I'll own them all, row by row. Every acre in Monteith, Iowa, that's the dream I'm holding on to. Clouds creeping in, winds start to howl. Racing the rain, gotta finish now. Old lizard rattling, but she's hanging tight. Steady on track, through the fading light. Hands on the wheel, boots in the dirt. This kind of life is honest work. Grain tank's full, it's time to go. Roll into the bin, watch that yellow gold flow. Harvesting corn from dusk till dawn. Filling up trucks, watching them roll on. Crack a cold one when the work is through. Raising a glass to the life we choose. One field down, another to go. Someday I'll own them all, row by row. Every acre in Monteith, Iowa, that's the dream I'm holding on to. Back at the barn, fire crackling warm. Neighbors gather, sharing stories from the storm. We made it through, the season's done. Another year's harvest, another hard-fought run. Harvesting corn from dusk till dawn. Filling up trucks, watching them roll on. Crack a cold one when the work is through. Raising
Well, our harvester's full, so I guess it's time to get this tractor and hook up to our little trailer here. I'm not even sure how much this holds. But I guess we're going to find out. Let's go find out where our harvester is. So far, things are going by pretty good. This is my first time ever harvesting corn or dealing with anything corn. I'm kind of digging it. It's definitely different than harvesting other stuff. Jump back up in our harvester. Let's get this filled up. I guess we're going to need our big truck too, huh? I wonder if we can take it from our harvester and put it directly in the truck. I'm guessing the trailer is probably going to be too high, but I do not know for sure. Let's just find out. No, I think that will work. Nice. Well, I guess I should have done that from the get-go. Well, that's nice. We got a little train going on. I guess that's one way to do it. Well, I think we are going to need a silo. Let's go find somewhere to put a silo. We don't have the biggest farm, so I'm sure we can find somewhere to put it, though. Well, I think I found a place to put the silo. We got rid of the barn over here. It just had the truck in it. Seems to be about the flattest land there is. I think right there will be about the best spot. We'll try that. It was struggling getting up that hill for sure. I'll empty the corn. There's that. I suppose we got to move to the back. Yep. I guess the next agenda is to make a little circle around here. We'll head back. We'll get rid of the little trailer. Or move it out of the way. I'm pretty sure we can fill this thing up directly. Well, that's right, we got to empty it first. There we go. Round 2. Let's go dump this. I wonder if we can upgrade our semi-truck as far as power. Might have to look into that. And we'll dump it. And dump the back. Let's work our way out of here again. And let's resume our work. Off we go again. I'm kind of digging this corn harvest stuff. It's a lot different than other stuff I've been doing. I know there's a lot of stuff you can do with corn. Speaking of corn, do you know who the leader is of the corn army? It's the Colonel, of course. Do you know what happens if you castrate a corn cob? It becomes a unicorn. Stupid. But it's true. Corn makes everything better. It's amazing like that. Oh, I got 100 stupid ones. There's nothing like a good dad joke. They're so stupid, they're funny. Do you know why the corn crossed the road? Because it was being stocked. Duh. I'm sorry. That was a bit corny. Alright, one more. How much do pirates pay for corn? A buccaneer. Alright. I'm done with the dumb jokes. Let's get back to the corn harvest. Alright. We're about done with this field. One more little turnaround. Not too shabby. That was a pretty good harvest. We'll go dump this in our silo. Then we'll come back for the truck. I definitely think it would help having more than one of these harvesters. I think we might look into that sooner than later. We'll park him right here for now. And we'll go grab our truck. Alright. Dump our front. And we'll dump our back. And we'll get ready for the next fields. Well, we'll call this one an episode so it don't get too long. We'll come back for the next episode, finish harvesting the rest of the fields, figure out what we're going to do with them, whether we go back to corn or something else. I appreciate everyone coming out and hanging out with me. Munchiezzz, checking out Munchiezzz plays, trying to own the map here in Monteith, Iowa. If you haven't seen me before, I end it the same way. On every episode. Come on back. Let's see what kind of madness we can create. Everyone have a good day. Have a good night. And thanks for stopping by. See you next time.